It was Frank Capra who said, "There are no rules in filmmaking, only sins, and the cardinal sin is dullness." Watching Denis Villeneuve's Sicario is not only an obvious far cry from dullness, but is also hypnotic in its true sense, where it uses the information you perceive through one of its leading characters, in this case Emily Blunt's point of view, as a blow in disguise, opening us to a very different second perspective, creating some brilliant tense moments.
You would be committing suicide, Kate.
Sicario, released after Prisoners in 2015, showcases an interminable thread that weaves through Villeneuve's movies.
Tell me where they are!
Using the conflict of ideologies between the lead characters, we are forced into a gray zone, questioning our own consciousness and perspective about what is right and wrong.
Hey! Just lay back, baby. Let it happen.
So, why do we have a scene like this, so iconic, with such minimalistic action? It is able to create a beautiful, tense moment. Or why do we have a survival fight scene with a wolf so powerful to give us shivers? And then we have something like this, where even the beautiful CGI is not enough to make up for a weak script or undeveloped character storylines to make them memorable. So, if you would ask me what makes a good moment of tension in a movie, I would say two things. First, being the anticipation of the scene, or the anticipation of the tense moment, or the build up leading to its expectation. The second would be how you develop a character. Putting us in their shoes, experiencing those moments is quite vital. Two of the most intense moments in Sicario can be broken down into a pattern consisting of a sequence of three parts, leading us to an anticipation of a closure. It is at the end of this pattern that we are rewarded with a development in the plot of the movie or a character's storyline. The pattern begins with a lie or a betrayal. For example, the scene where Blunt is lied to about going to El Paso instead of Juarez, Mexico.
No, we're going to El Paso, right?
Yeah, okay.
Or the scene where she realizes that the only reason she is a part of the mission is because CIA needs to be attached with a domestic agency to operate within the US borders.
Because CIA can't operate within U.S. borders without a domestic agency attached. I told you you'd be useful.
So that's it. That's why I'm here.
Such scenes are able to create a doubt in our mind about the dubious nature of the operation, setting up the tone or giving us the feeling that something bad is going to happen. It is once that the mood is set that we have the actual moment. For example, Villeneuve takes us on a 15-minute montage made up of beautiful helicopter shots of Juarez, shots of the Mexican border, and mutilated bodies, leading us into the single minute of realistic violence.
What the fuck are we doing?
Or we have a second scene, a tunnel shooting scene at the end of the movie, post which we have an intense confrontation between Blunt and Del Toro.
Step away from him.
Put that down.
I mean it. Move away from him right now.
ever point a weapon at me again.
It is post this that we have the revelation or a reality check. All of this tension created, put to the right use, leaves a mark on our minds. Witnessing the trauma through Blunt's point of view, we look for the same answers as she does, and opening us to the reality, Sicario makes it worth the wait. The first scene ends us with knowing the true objective of the operation, showing us the bigger and complete picture.
What do you want to know?
Everything.
Fucking lawyers. All right.
And it is after the second intense moment that we know the background story of the secretive Del Toro, who is on the mission to kill the Mexican cartel Jefe, responsible for the murder of his wife and daughter.
So he can get the person that cut off his wife's head and threw his daughter into a vat of acid. Yeah. That's what we're dealing with.
Sicario is an example that you don't need a multiverse, multicast, end of the world storyline, or heavy CGI to create good tense moments. But we seem to forget the basics here. What you need is an airtight script and the ability to keep the audience on the edge of their seats and scratching their heads. Sicario hallmarks Denis Villeneuve's brilliant direction and storytelling.
Feel it in your bones, need for something more.
Hey guys, this is my first video on this channel. I do intend to keep posting more of such videos, in fact once every 2 weeks, about varied different topics, not just movies. So do like and subscribe the channel and let me know what you feel about this video in the comments. Thank you.